So for instance...
Wait, do it again. I was looking up. Go ahead. I was looking up.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of Preparing for Disneyland.
Don't act like you know what I was going to say.
I'm just saying.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of Preparing for Disneyland. So, as the title suggests, this is a series where we tell you how to prepare for Disneyland. And in last episode, we talked about how to prepare for the pre-part of the trip, the beforehand part. We talked about budgeting.
You talked about budgeting.
I talked about budgeting. She helped me write the script. I talked about hotels, how to plan for food, all that kind of stuff. So make sure to check that out if you haven't already. But today, we're going to be talking about the different lands in Disneyland.
So each land in Disneyland consists of all things that are similar to the theme.
Yeah.
So for instance, Fantasyland has all the things that have to do with fantasy, like Peter Pan or...
Snow White.
Yeah, Snow White. All the basic storybook stories. They're all fantasy, so they're all in one land.
Disneyland is a bunch of little lands making up one bigger land. They're categorized by theme.
Yes.
Perfect. So now you know what a land is, but what are the different lands in Disneyland? Well, let's start as if you're walking right through the gate. What's the first thing you see?
Main Street!
Main Street! Main Street! Okay, so the first thing you see when you walk into Disneyland is Main Street. It is a straight line directly to the castle. You know that iconic picture like the one shown here? That is on Main Street. Main Street is actually modeled after Walt Disney's hometown in this place. I can't actually think of it now, so... editing. Main Street does not actually have any rides. It has a ton of shops. It has ice cream shops, magic shops, and the best thing about it is that it has different means of transportation to getting to the other side of the park where the castle is. Some of those including...
the omnibus.
The horse-drawn carriage.
The other omnibus.
Walking.
And a ton of strollers.
What do you personally think about Main Street? Do you like it?
I love Main Street. I love the feel. I love how it's like a hometown, but it's on a smaller scale, and it's just magic. It's just pure magic. The smells.
Oh, that's another one. There's something called a smellitzer, which is basically a pump of different scents of air that they have on Main Street. One smells like vanilla, one smells like chocolate chip cookies. Yeah, it's great. It's Disney, you're genius.
It's amazing. And then there's like that faint, very quiet, but it's there. Like the magic music in the background, and it's just like, I'm home.
Yeah,
it makes
it's not
you feel
loud.
good.
Yeah, it's not loud enough to make you think they're playing music, but it's not quiet enough that you can't hear it. It's just enough to where your brain's like, this is nice.
Yeah, not stressful, but just pleasant.
Pleasant. That's Main Street.
Pleasant.
One word for Main Street is pleasant.
Pleasant.
Yeah. Okay, so now any tips for if you guys are on Main Street? I would say for sure, give Jimberly a big old hug and tell him Zay says hi, but my biggest tip, while you're watching the fireworks, make sure to get a place on Main Street. It's always good to get close to the fireworks, but there are some awesome projections and fake snow and blow-up seaweed and so many different things that happen on Main Street that you just won't see if you're not there. So make sure that you have a seat at least in the middle of Main Street.
And if it's really hot, go into the movie theater, and they have shorts of Steamboat Willie playing on repeat, and it's air-conditioned, and it feels amazing.
It's
on
great.
A hot day. You can park a stroller in there, let your kids take a nap, and you can just put your feet back and relax.
So, we just walked into the park, we walked through the tunnels, and we just passed Main Street. Where are we at now?
We're at the Hub.
The Hub. The Hub is where you can see the iconic Walt and Mickey statue. It is the center point of Disneyland, and when it was in development, Walt actually imagined grandparents sitting there while their kids and their kids' kids went off and had fun and ran back into their arms to tell them about what they did.
That sounds awesome.
There's nothing in the Hub except for a bunch of photo spots. It's where everybody goes to buy popcorn, churros, and to take a picture in front of the castle.
Yes.
So we're at the Hub.
Yep.
Where do you go from there?
I take a left into Adventureland.
Nice. What is Adventureland?
Adventureland is awesome. That's where all your thrill-seeking stuff is. Like
Yeah.
the Tiki Room.
Yeah!
No, you get a Dole Whip, and then you keep going, and you get a Fast Pass for Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones.
It's the first thing you do when you get to Disneyland, is you get that Fast Pass for Indiana Jones.
If any of you guys are thrill seekers, Indiana Jones has to be on your list of things to do.
Yes. So on your way to get your Fast Pass, you can look on up and see a palm tree. Hi, palm tree. Hi, palm tree. That's the Dominguez tree, telling the story.
The Dominguez tree. So, as we all know, Disneyland used to be an orange grove before it was built into this magical kingdom that we now know and love. But while that was an orange grove, there was a family that lived there named the Dominguezes.
Hi, Dominguezes.
The Dominguezes owned the land, and they got a palm tree on their wedding day as a housewarming gift, and it was planted directly in front of their house. When Walt approached them and asked if he could have the land, they of course sold it because who wouldn't? They took the money as any sane person would, but they asked if they can keep the tree up in Disneyland in honor of the life that they had there. Walt Disney, being the amazing man he is, left it there, and it's still there to this day. I think that shows so much about his character. I respect that.
That's really cool. It's gotta be awesome for that family when they go on vacation and they're
sure.
like, hey, that's my great-grandparents' wedding present. Like, that's cool.
One of the Dominguezes actually worked at Disneyland up until, he worked there almost all his life, I believe. And he made it up until, like, the high execs, too.
He has a name on the window in Main Street.
Yes. Okay, so she just had her fun on Indiana Jones. We're in Adventureland, but I want to mosey straight on down past Adventureland and go to my favorite land, New Orleans Square.
Yes.
New Orleans Square is amazing. Oh my god. It is my favorite land just because of the atmosphere. Like we said earlier, they have music playing quietly on Main Street. New Orleans is the opposite. They have loud bands going around with tubas and horns, and it's literally any band in Princess and the Frog hyped up by 10. Like, yeah, it's great. The architecture is beautiful. It looks like a New Orleans Square. And the atmosphere, as I said, is great, but the coolest part is that they have two of my favorite rides. They have two of the big three, actually.
Yep.
They have Pirates of the Caribbean and...
Oh, Haunted Mansion.
Good job.
I was thinking about the smell when you walked into Pirates, and I got distracted.
It's like chlorine and magic.
It is! Yes. Dirty water and magic. Mm.
Earlier you told me a fact about New Orleans Square, and I thought it was very interesting. Can you share it now?
Yeah, I was watching Fresh Baked Disney, and I saw that they were talking about New Orleans Square, and they actually mentioned that the construction of New Orleans Square in Disneyland actually cost more than the Louisiana purchase. Like
the actual Louisiana purchase.
When the United States purchased Louisiana as a state.
And all that. It wasn't just Louisiana, it was like almost all the West.
Yeah.
That cost less than this land.
In Disneyland. This little corner of magic with pirates and beignets costs more than half of the country. Well, not half, but a portion of the country.
Okay, we need to talk about beignets. Beignets are great.
They're amazing.
They're magic. But they have Mickey-shaped beignets there.
Yes.
And it's one of the only places you can get that in the park. It's the only place, I believe, you can get that in the park.
Probably.
Yeah, so make sure to check that out when you're there. We have been to Main Street.
Yes.
We've been to the Hub, Adventureland, and New Orleans Square.
Yes.
What happens if you just keep on going?
Critter Country.
Critter Country. Yeah. We don't like Critter Country.
There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not for us.
Yeah, exactly.
We like Splash Mountain.
Splash Mountain is great.
That's a plus. They got that.
Hungry Bear.
Hungry Bear. They
Great
got two.
prize.
They got two things.
Tigger.
Tigger's there.
Duh. The Winnie the Pooh ride.
Winnie the Pooh. Yeah.
It's a great land.
And then you turn around and head back.
Yeah. You do that and then you leave.
That's pretty much all we got.
Yeah. So we went on Splash Mountain.
Yes.
Went on Winnie the Pooh. Met Tigger.
Yep.
So where do we go from there?
We go back the way we came and take a left,
Yep.
which leads us to Frontierland.
Frontierland, the Old West! So Frontierland is based off of the Old West. It has a ton of cowboy-themed things like shooting galleries and basically just cowboy-looking cast members. But one of the coolest things is that right now, this is filmed in October, there's the Halloween tree.
Yeah.
Because Christmas trees are way too mainstream.
Yeah.
Frontierland has a ton of great stuff, but the best, at least in my opinion, is Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. That's a long name.
It's
but
fun.
It is, again, another thrill ride. It is a roller coaster, and one of the only roller coasters in Disneyland, and it's a ton of fun.
It's super fun.
Especially if you can find the goat.
Billy Hill and the Hillbillies!
Because who doesn't like alliteration?
Okay, so at the Golden Horseshoe, it's a
restaurant?
It's like a restaurant, but
it's an experience.
It is. It's a theater.
Yeah.
And you go in, and you order some food, like chicken, strips, french fries.
Yeah.
I believe they have chili.
Sure.
They have really huge pieces of cake that are delicious.
Nice.
I know that's there. And you get your food, and if you are lucky enough to come at the right time, Billy Hill and the Hillbillies play.
Basically, picture the singers from Woody's Roundup
in
real life. So we just went on Big Thunder.
Check.
We saw Billy Hill.
Yep.
So we go back to the Hub. What do we do now?
We go to Fantasyland, y'all.
Did you bring those with you?
I did.
Okay, I'm gonna let you take this one. Tell us all about Fantasyland.
It's It's magic! It's glitter and pixie dust and pure magic.
What kind of rides are there?
The best kind. Okay, Fantasyland is my favorite land in the whole park. When we go, I make my family go to Fantasyland until my heart is full of joy.
And it's never full.
And I feel like we can move on until we come back later at night.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, go at night. It's super pretty.
It's gorgeous. There's lights everywhere. The music is beautiful. The carousel's spinning.
Oh my god, the carousel's so pretty
It's
at
so
night.
pretty. So pretty. I have a fun story.
Go.
One time we were there and we had glow sticks. We brought glow sticks for my kids, and my son bit his glow stick off, and he got the, glowing substance in his mouth, and he's sitting there going like this and chewing, and then all of a sudden he goes, "What?" and throws up, and it's glow in the dark, puke all over.
That's so cool.
Cool thing. Cast member saw it, picked it up like that. There was no throw up. 30 seconds later, it was all gone. It was pure magic.
Good on you, Disney. That's
He threw
impressive.
up, we got some water, and we kept on going, because that's what you do.
You don't slow down at Disney.
You don't waste time at Disney.
So you're finally satisfied. You let our family leave Fantasyland, and we go to Toontown. We don't really like.
We don't like Toontown.
It's cool for kids. I'll say that.
I don't take my kids to Toontown because I don't want to be in Toontown.
Toontown. Its theme are tunes,
And towns.
and its rides are toony.
And towny.
And my tips would be to tune there.
Don't go there.
Yeah, don't.
You turn around, go to the Matterhorn.
You tune around. And the last land is actually one that we don't agree on. It's Tomorrowland. Tomorrowland.
The sun come out.
Tomorrowland. Bet your bottom dollar that.
Tomorrowland.
Okay, so Tomorrowland, as the name suggests, is the land of tomorrow. It's got sci-fi things. It has Star Wars. And,
It's got Kylo Ren and he's hot.
It's got the iconic Space Mountain. Right now, it's actually Ghost Galaxy. It's a Halloween version of Space Mountain, which I really wish that I could try.
Me too.
Yeah,
I've
it's so cool.
never been.
I know.
during
It sounds
Halloween.
awesome.
It does.
So yeah, Tomorrowland is cool if you like sci-fi. It's got a bunch of retro-looking rockets. It's got Hyperspace Mountain. It has a Jedi Training Academy where your children can learn how to be a Jedi and fight. Well, I think now it's Kylo Ren, but it used to be Darth Vader. You can fight Darth Vader himself.
Still fight Darth Vader.
Do you? That's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't personally love Tomorrowland. I like Star Tours and I like Space Mountain, but
I hate it.
the rest are alright. Yeah, I guess I can see how you would hate it. But if you like sci-fi, this is the place for you. So those are all the lands. We have Main Street, The Hub, Adventureland, Main Street.
You said Main Street twice.
Shh. New Orleans Square, Critter Country, Tomorrowland, Fantasyland, and Toontown. We did it.
We did.
But anyway, I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to click like below and subscribe if you haven't already. We have a great little family here, and you will look great in it. Thank you for joining me, Nikki. I really appreciate
Thanks
it.
for having me.
Yeah, and let me know down in the comment section below, what is your guys' favorite land? Mine, as I said, is New Orleans Square, and yours is...
You guys know my favorite land. Yeah!
So anyway, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure to check out last week's video if you haven't already. And I will see you tomorrow with a Friday Fun Day where we celebrate the fact that we just hit 200 subscribers!
Yay!
Oh my god! I will be doing something really cool for that. I won't say what it is yet, but join us on Friday to find out. So yeah.
Can we do Casey Jr.?
Casey Jr.'s back!
Casey Jr.'s back! Casey Jr.'s back!
Hey!
Yeah.
Bye guys.
Bye!
Go do some good stuff.